Hello everybody, I'm Dan. Welcome to my Java tutorial series. Throughout my tutorials, I will teach you Java using just Notepad and the command prompt. The order in which my tutorials are organized on both my website at javacjava.com and my YouTube playlist is designed to maximize learning by building on concepts from prior tutorials. This tutorial is about regex string literals. I'm going to open up my web browser to my website, javacjava.com, and I'm going to select menu, and I've kind of created a whole new grouping for regex tutorials because I think I'm probably going to have a couple dozen of them by the time I'm done here. So let's go ahead and click on regex string literals here. So in this tutorial, I will discuss how string literals are the most simplistic form of pattern matching. This tutorial builds on concept learned from my Introduction to Regex regular expressions tutorial. Okay, so I've got my pattern, my matcher, and the find result here. So first pattern, we're just a string literal of line, and then we're searching in the matcher string here, 5 lines for $1. True, there's one find, right? It finds it right there. Okay, we're going to search for Java for our next pattern. In Java tutorials, this is going to be false. You have 0 finds. Remember, it's case sensitive. So right there, that's different than that. Okay, and then round. If we search for round and the wheels on the bus go round and round, we're going to get 2 finds. Okay, and then if we search for a space, right, and I've included the quotes to indicate that there's a space right there just for visual preferences, but we're searching for a space there in the string literal. So we're going to get 8 finds, and that's, of course, all of 8 of these spaces here. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is search for this particular value in this particular IP address right here, right? 53.254, right? And true, one find there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to search for a dot. Let's see how many dots are in the in this IP address. And we're going to come up with true and 12 finds. You're like, what? Say what? Well, I'll come right back to this here in just a second there. I'll search for $sign and 5 lines for $, true, one find. And then I'm going to search for C:\\/ and C:\/ Java \. We're going to pattern syntax exception. Oh, that should be pattern. I got a typo on that. But anyway, so 3 of the examples above have patterns that are metacharacters. Now, metacharacters are special characters that affect the outcome of a pattern, of a matching pattern. In my next tutorial, I will teach you what characters are metacharacters and how to use the special characters as part of a regular string literal search. Okay, so basically the dot is everything, and I'll discuss that in greater detail there. So that's why it comes up with 12 finds, because there's 12 characters in this string literal here. Okay, $sign is actually one of the metacharacters too, but I'm using it in just an ordinary way there. So sometimes metacharacters will kind of seem like they're part of a string or something like that, right? And then, of course, the \/ is another metacharacter. In addition to that, you know, that is an escape sequence in Java too. So it kind of gets a little complicated there on that. So, but I'm going to go over and show you some stuff in the code here. So let's come down here, highlight all the source code, Control-C to copy. I'm going to move my browser off screen. I've got a shortcut to the command prompt on my desktop, but if you don't, you can create one really fast by right-clicking, selecting New Shortcut, CMD, next, and finish. It's just that easy. Let's go and open this up here. First thing you want to do, if you're new to my tutorials, type in javac, which is a Java compiler command. You should see all this stuff scroll by. If you receive an error message, watch my tutorial on installing the Java Development Kit. You want to make sure you get that installed and configured properly before continuing. CLS to clear the screen, CD \/ CD short for change directory, \ tells it to go to the root. I'm going to make a directory off the root called Java with the MD command. I already have that folder, but if you don't, I'll go ahead and create one for you. I'm going to make another directory here. I'm just going to call this regex string literals. Yeah, we'll go ahead and change directories to that folder there too. Okay. Great, thanks for telling me there's a Java update. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and notepad regex string literals.java. That'll be the name of the source code file there, also known as the compilation unit. Let's do Control-V to paste that stuff in, or right-click and select paste. All right, let's come up here and save this. So fairly simple in this class. Of course, I'm importing the Java util regex package here. And I've got this static method here called display find. Takes in 2 string values, one for the regex and one for the search me. Very simple little Boolean declaration for found it. And then I'm creating a pattern object by compiling the regex string that's coming in, right? Once I've got that pattern object created, then I'm invoking the matcher method, and I'm passing in the search me for the argument there. And then we'll have this m object at that point in time. Well, m is a reference pointing to an object. But anyway, the m object that it's pointing to or referring to will invoke the find method. Find method simply returns back true if there's anything found in it, right? And that's the whole purpose of the found it right there, right? If there's no matches found, we just want to display that to the console there. Okay, but if there is a find, we'll go ahead and display this to the, the console, the group and the start, invoking those methods, and then various other different stuff there. Okay, so it's all fairly simple. You'll see how that works in just a second there. That makes it really easy to, display find lime and then whatever we want to display in here. So this is our regular expression here, right? And then just our search expression there. Okay. In other words, our pattern and our matcher. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and save this. Let's come up here. Let's compile it. Let's clear our screen and let's run it. Okay, so we get a whole bunch of stuff there. So, excuse me. We get the found index to 5 limes per dollar. Java, no matches found for Java tutorials, right? And then we get the 2 matches for the round, and then we get we get a bunch of matches for the space, right? This is actually a space right here, and that's searching, and the wheels on the bus go round and round there, right? And then 53.254 index 6 for that, searching in this particular matcher here. And then you can see searching for the dot, right? The regular expression dot in this particular string, we get everything. So that's what the dot works out there. All right, so let's come down here and talk about this. So as you know, or maybe you don't know, right? Maybe you should watch my tutorial on escape sequences, right? But if you want to actually display use a backslash in a character, you need to precede it with a backslash, right? So this is an escape sequence right here. So this would normally be like, say for example, we're searching for C:\\. That's what this string will display, right? Let's come up here and say system.out.println, right? And just kind of, right? And then underneath that, let's do system.out.println, C:\\Java \, right? And let's go ahead and just compile this and clear our screen. And let's run it. Okay, so did I save that? I didn't save that, did I? Let's clear our screen. Recompile, rerun. And let's actually comment this out here. Okay, so down here you get C:\\, and C:\\Java \, right? So that's basically what we have to do to pass in that particular, as a string literal, we have to use escape sequences there, okay? So metacharacters, I'm going to get into this a lot more, right? So if we try to do this particular search right here, what we're going to get is, let's go ahead and clear our screen. Let's recompile. Let me clear the screen again there. And rerun it, okay? So there's our C:\\Java, and then there's our pattern syntax exception, right? And you might be going, okay, well, what's the pattern syntax exception? Okay, well, what you're going to learn in the next tutorial, I'll go over this a little bit more, is that, guess what? You can use the backslash as kind of as a metacharacter to specify a metacharacter, right? So in other words, the backslash will come after the metacharacter. Well, that further complicates things a little bit in Java because a backslash, right? Basically, you have to precede it with a backslash there too. So if we wanted to get this to work, right, we'd have to put in 4 backslashes, a backslash for the escape sequence for this backslash, and then a backslash for the escape sequence for this backslash. Now this backslash is telling the regex expression this is the actual metacharacter right here. So if that isn't confusing enough, I'll go into a few more things on metacharacters in the next one here. So let's go ahead and put in 4 backslashes. You're just gonna have to trust me on that one there, right? Let's take out these print lines here. And then let's come down here and save this, okay? So let's clear our screen. And let's recompile and rerun there, okay? So then now we've got match or found C:\/ at index 0 for regex. And you can see the regex we have the double backslashes in here and then the double backslashes in there, right? So hopefully that makes sense. And then in my next tutorial, it'll make a lot more sense there. So that's how you can get it to do that there. There's a couple easier ways too, because you might be looking at this going, oh my gosh, what on earth, you know? All I want to do is, search for backslash in a string literal there, and so it can get a little complicated. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this and get rid of that and just leave you guys with some quick final thoughts there. So it's basically pretty basic stuff on regex string literals. Now stay tuned for my next tutorial where I will demonstrate regex metacharacters. That concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching.